Aren't you just sick and tired of not knowing how to build an aesthetic physique? It's something that you want to do and you tried searching on the internet. But the problem is that the advice that most of the influencers in the fitness industry, the advice that they give you, it just doesn't make any fucking sense at all. You don't understand what the fuck they're saying. And they overcomplicate such simple topics. You just want something that is simple to follow. And don't worry, I got you. In today's video, I will be sharing the exercises that I've used that have helped me build an aesthetic physique and have helped me get into the best shape of my life without a gym pass. If that sounds like you and you're interested in finally building the aesthetic physique training at home, then you're going to want to listen. It'll be in your best interest to do so. Side note, if you would like to 2x your progress in your fitness journey, click the link in the description box down below. You're going to want to check out my fitness program. Let's dive right into it. The exercises that I'm going to be covering today, we're going to start off with the upper body. The exercises that you're going to want to do are just push-ups and pull-ups. Now. Before you start typing in the comments, oh, what about isolation exercise? Shut the fuck up. How I got into the best shape of my life was just doing push-ups and back exercises. I started off with bent over rows, but if you can do pull-ups, do pull-ups. I've recently gotten myself a pull-up bar, and it's one of the best purchases I've made in my life. So invest in getting a pull-up bar. You won't regret it. But if not, I'll be showing you an alternative exercise to do for your back. So push-ups. You just need to do push-ups to build an aesthetic upper body for your chest, for the showing muscles, because your push-ups work your anterior deltoids and your posterior deltoids. It works your chest, works your core, even works some part of your back. You just need to do push-ups to start off with. Then, once push-ups start to get too easy, you can up the progression by either adding parallettes, like me, or you can add weights, or you can do a more difficult variation like decline push-ups. Now, with push-ups, you cannot treat it like a regular weighted exercise. Push-ups are body weight exercises. They are a compound movement. They work multiple muscles, so you're going to need to work it differently. And the way you do this is by doing high reps. And if you watched my other videos, you'll know what I'm about to say for the form. The form for a push-up is you don't want to fully lock out. You want to have it at this point. You don't want to stay locked out forever. You want to be close to locking out, but not like this. Something like this. So when you're going down, you don't want to go too slow. So it would look something like this. Don't want to fully lock out. Go a bit slow, but not too slow. You don't drop down. You just go a bit slow, and then you push yourself back up. See how my arms aren't fully locked out? That's what you're going to want to do for a shit ton of reps. You can either do down workouts where you basically do a certain number of reps down to 1, or you can just do 3 sets of high reps. I recommend doing the 3 sets of high reps because, well, it's simpler to follow and you still make pretty amazing gains from it. And it doesn't take as much time to do. And with push-ups, you're going to want to have a relatively low rest time. If you're doing down workouts, say you can do 20, you do 20 push-ups, the next you do 19 push-ups, you're going to want to have a 30-second rest. But if you're going with the second option with 3 sets for high reps, you're just going to want to rest for 1 minute. The lowest I would go is 30 seconds. That's it. Maximum is 1 minute rest. Lowest is 30-second rest. Do not go lower than that and do not go higher than that. You're going to want to treat push-ups like an endurance style exercise. And that's how you'll make amazing gains from it. Now for the back exercises. Like I said, if you have a pull-up bar, that's the best case scenario. If you don't, you're just going to want to do bent over rows. Get a backpack, fill it up with some water weights. I'm pretty sure every liter is a kg, so you can measure by that metric about how many kgs you want to do, and then you're just going to want to add a bit more water bottles as it gets easier. However, pull-ups are the superior back exercise. I'm going to leave you with a little tip with pull-ups, and you're not sure what variation to do, whether to do chin-ups or wide grip pull-ups. The best pull-up variation to do that works both your arms and your back tremendously are close grip push-ups. Close grip push-ups work your lats, it works your upper back, it works your brachialis, and your biceps get smoked. Your biceps still get a good pump. and you use your arms more efficiently. So that way you can do more reps. However, that does not mean you can go sloppy with this exercise. Like any exercise, you need to have good form. So with the close grip pull-up, the overhand grip for the pull-up, you still want to go relatively quick on the accelerated motion, not too slow in the downward motion. I'll give you an example. So let's say I'm doing a close grip pull-up, right? Here. So it's in shoulder width. So when I'm going up, I don't want to go too slow. Squeeze my back, squeeze my shoulder blades together. And as I'm going down, you don't want to go too slow. You want to keep your shoulders and back engaged. So it looks something like this. And that's how you ensure good form. You don't want to go too fast and you don't want to go too slow. So we got the back exercises covered. The next exercise to build an aesthetic physique is just doing squats for your legs. That's it. With squats, you're going to want to do a shit ton of reps. Same thing like a push-up. You don't want to go too slow, and you don't want to do a low amount of reps. So it looks something like this. Simple as that. And then for your calves, you can do calf raises. And then a bonus exercise that I would like to give you that not a lot of people talk about is building a thick neck. You're just going to want to do neck curls. You can rest on the end of your bed and just slowly lift your neck up. With neck exercises, you want to be careful. You don't want to go too fast, or else you will hurt your neck. So with neck exercises, you're going to want to take it a bit slow. And for the rest time, I'd recommend 30 seconds or 1 minute if it's a bit much. I wouldn't go past 20 reps though. Simple as that. And you'll still build an amazing neck with just 20 reps. What I would start off with is like 10 reps, 1 minute rest for 3 sets. And with these exercises, you will build an aesthetic physique. Now for diet. Before I move on to diet, for the squats and your calf raises, you might be asking, how long should a rest time be? Squats, 1 minute. For calf raises, 30 seconds. It's as simple as that. Now, on to the diet. I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to keep it frank. It's something I talk about a lot in my videos. You're going to want to lean bulk. Add plus 200 calories to your maintenance. You can find your maintenance with a maintenance body weight calculator on the internet. Simple as that. Now, there are 2 rules that I talk about that help me with my lean bulks, and that is just the 5 ingredient rule and the 20 gram sugar rule. The 5 ingredient rule is if you cannot name at least 5 of the ingredients and understand what is on that ingredient label, just don't fucking eat it. It's as simple as that. And the 20 gram sugar rule, literally, you just don't eat anything over 20 grams of sugar or drink anything that's over 20 grams of sugar for the day. It's as simple as that. And a bonus tip that I like to give you is just eat a shit ton of protein. Try to eat as much organic protein as possible. If you had a choice between popcorn and biltong, eat the biltong. Trust me. And in your meals as well, try and incorporate a lot of protein into it as well, like a lot of red meats, chicken, etc. And if you're not really a numbers guy and you're having supper, just ask for a spoonful extra. Say you're full, like you're full to the absolute brim. Eat just 1 spoon extra. It's as simple as that. That's it for today's video. If you've learned something, comment it down in this comment section down below. Like and subscribe helps me as a small content creator, and click the notification bell because I drop absolute gems on this channel. You've come across a gold mine, so I don't want you to miss any of my future uploads. Following my advice in this video will get you into the best shape of your life, and it will help you build an aesthetic physique at home. Do you want to 2x your progress, however, click the link in the description box down below for my fitness program. Trust me, you won't regret it. So that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, comment them down in the description box down below. I'll try my best to answer them. That's it. God bless.